American attitudes about how President Obama handled the Benghazi terror attacks are downright cynical tonight. A whopping 49%, almost half, believe false information was given in order to protect the president politically just weeks before the election. 22% chalk it up to a mistake, 19% to protecting the country. One of the key figures in the Benghazi saga is defending his old boss, the U.S. ambassador who was murdered during the terror attacks. Here's Chief Washington Correspondent James Rosen.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Having served as Ambassador Chris Stevens' deputy at the time of the Benghazi attacks, whistleblower Greg Hicks riveted a House hearing last May with explosive and often emotional testimony.
And I got the ambassador on the other end, and he said, "Greg, we're under attack."
Now, in a Wall Street Journal op-ed, Hicks is defending Stevens against last week's Senate Intelligence Committee report, which said the slain ambassador twice turned down offers by General Carter Ham of AFRICOM to extend the tour of duty in Libya of a 16-man Special Forces team. Chris Stevens was not responsible for the reduction in security personnel, Hicks writes. His requests for additional security were denied or ignored. Officials at the State and Defense Departments in Washington made the decisions that resulted in reduced security. Cables signed by Stevens in the months leading up to the attacks, first disclosed by Fox News, show he had repeatedly warned Washington about the deteriorating environment in Benghazi. Hicks now claims it was then Defense Secretary Leon Panetta who, without consulting Stevens, shifted the Special Forces team from personnel protection to a training mission, and that it was Under Secretary of State Patrick Kennedy, the powerful Foreign Service officer who oversees all State Department buildings and personnel worldwide, that rejected DoD's offer.
So many of these decisions seem to be at Ambassador Kennedy's level or higher.
Republicans on the Senate Intelligence Committee said Kennedy bears a specific responsibility for the security failures at Benghazi.
We look at every location. There were 234 incidents. Only 20% of them were in Benghazi. The rest of them were in Tripoli or elsewhere.
The fact that the Accountability Review Board stopped below Kennedy's level was a recognition that if they had named him as the official responsible, there was no way they could have avoided taking that responsibility the next couple of steps down the hallway on the State Department's 7th floor to the office of the Secretary of State.
Ironically, Hicks' op-ed appeared on the one-year anniversary of one of the most enduring lines ever uttered about Benghazi and showed that despite it, interest in the story endures.
What difference at this point does it make?
Greg Hicks is still employed by the State Department, but is presently on loan to the Washington think tank, the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Bret?
James, thank you.